The US dollar reigns supreme in the global economy. It is the leading reserve currency. This means central banks hold most of their foreign exchange reserves in dollars. The dollar is also the dominant currency for international trade and investment. This gives the United States enormous economic and political influence. American policies can impact financial markets worldwide. The dollar's dominance is rooted in the strength of the US economy. The US has the largest and most liquid financial markets. Its political system is considered stable. The dollar also benefits from the legacy of the Bretton Woods system. This system, established after World War II, pegged major currencies to the dollar. However, the global landscape is changing. Emerging economies are growing in power and influence. Some countries are questioning the dollar's dominance. They seek alternatives to reduce their dependence on the US. This desire for change is at the heart of the BRICS challenge. The rise of alternative currencies reflects a shift in the global balance of power. The US is no longer the sole economic superpower. This new reality is pushing countries to explore ways to diversify their reserves and reduce their vulnerability to US policies. The move away from the dollar is a complex and gradual process, but it has the potential to reshape the global financial order. BRICS is an acronym for 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries have experienced significant economic growth in recent decades. They now play a more prominent role on the world stage. The BRICS nations have a combined population of over 3 billion people. Together, they account for a significant portion of global GDP and trade. The BRICS nations are increasingly dissatisfied with the existing global financial order, which they view as favoring the West. They are particularly concerned about the dollar's dominance. This dominance gives the US significant leverage over the global economy. BRICS countries argue for a more multipolar world. They believe a fairer system would reflect the rising influence of emerging economies. BRICS countries have several motivations for challenging the dollar. One concern is the risk of exposure to US economic policies. The US Federal Reserve's decisions on interest rates and quantitative easing can have a significant impact on emerging markets. Currency fluctuations can also impact their economies. Furthermore, BRICS nations see the dollar's dominance as a political tool. The US has used its control over the global financial system to impose sanctions on countries it deems adversaries. This has fueled resentment and a desire among BRICS nations to create a more independent financial system. BRICS nations are pursuing various strategies to reduce their reliance on the US dollar. One approach is promoting the use of their own currencies in bilateral trade and investment agreements. For example, China has encouraged the use of the yuan in trade with its partners. Russia and India have also explored similar arrangements using their respective currencies, the ruble and the rupee. Another strategy involves establishing alternative payment systems that bypass the SWIFT network. SWIFT, or the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, is the primary network for international financial transactions. However, it is heavily influenced by the US. In response, BRICS nations have developed their own systems. These include China's Cross-Border Interbank Payment System, CIPS, and Russia's Financial Message Transfer System, SPFS. Furthermore, BRICS countries are increasing their gold reserves. Gold is seen as a safe haven asset and a hedge against the dollar. By accumulating gold, BRICS nations aim to reduce their dependence on the dollar as a reserve currency. They also aim to increase their own financial stability. The concept of a common BRICS currency has been floated as a more radical step towards de-dollarization. This hypothetical currency could potentially serve as a unit of account, a medium of exchange, and a store of value for BRICS nations and their trading partners. A common currency could potentially reduce transaction costs, currency fluctuations, and dependence on the dollar. However, creating a common currency for BRICS faces significant challenges. These economies are at vastly different stages of development. They have different economic structures and monetary policies. Coordinating these policies would be complex. It would require a high degree of trust and cooperation among member states. Moreover, the success of a common currency depends on its credibility and acceptance. It would need to be backed by strong economic fundamentals and stable political institutions. Gaining widespread international acceptance would also be crucial. This would require overcoming skepticism and potential resistance from countries outside the bloc. If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.